Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Healing Spirit. This is Autumn today with your reading. We are going to be connecting with a passed on loved one today in this reading. So, I have 3 different groups that you can choose from. I have 3 different stones that you can choose from. Group 1 is blue calcite. Group 2 is some red jasper. A nice chunky little piece there. And group 3 is a selenite. So in this reading, I will end up asking 5 questions of the person who has passed on to give you messages and words of encouragement. I hope that this reading finds you exactly when it's meant to find you. If it does, and if it resonates, please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know down below what pile resonates with you. We always look forward to hearing from you guys. We wish you nothing but the best, and we can't wait to go on this journey with you all. So again, thank you for joining us. Go ahead and take your time and meditate and pick the pile that is, speaking to you. Pick the group, I should say, that is speaking to you. Pick the stone that's calling to you. If you get into the reading and it doesn't resonate, that is perfectly fine. You don't have to watch. You're not obligated to stick around. We understand. And if you do watch, take what resonates and leave the rest. If you're drawn to more than one pile, there might be more than one message for you to hear in them. So don't hold yourself back from watching multiple piles. Okay, guys, go ahead and take a moment to meditate. Use your intuition to figure out which stone you'd like to select, and then go to the timestamps down below in the description box for your group. Thank you. See you in a second. Hello, everyone. This is for anyone who chose the blue calcite, which is going to be my first group. Okay, so group 1. The way that I broke this reading up, as I think I mentioned in the introduction, is I asked Spirit for 5 different messages from a passed on loved one. The first question that I asked is who this reading represents, like who's coming through for you, who's got messages for you. The next question that I asked was, just for a message from them, something that they think that you need to hear right now. The next is something that they think is really important for you to really think about and take into consideration. Next, how they're doing over on the other side will be our 4th question. And then the 5th question is advice from them, really. Advice about, what they need you to do, what they think you should do. The way I'm going to start this today is I'm going to flip over the Who is Connecting with You card first. And the reason I'm doing that is so that you know who you're getting your messages from. And then I will be doing my oracle cards for you. Okay, group 1? So first we're going to find out who's connecting with you. And you guys got the Knight of Water. Okay, so you have the Knight of Water here. So what I'm kind of picking up from this is that this was, a younger man. I'm not saying he was younger than you, but I'm saying I want to say he's around your age. I really feel like this energy, he's possibly a lover. He was somebody that you were either in a relationship, you had strong feelings for, somebody you shared a deep connection with, somebody who it was a little bit more than just friends. Even if you guys never made it past that point, it is somebody I think that you had romantic ideations for. Like their energy is coming across as someone who's very romantic, thoughtful, supportive, or at least they could be. They're very thoughtful and romantic. I hear charming and funny, It was somebody that you loved very much, pile 1. I feel like you could imagine your future with them, like you saw a future with this person. And I do really, for as much as I was trying to keep these readings neutral, For the first group, I definitely feel like this is less familial or friend and somebody that you had romantic interest in, okay? I definitely think it was somebody that like you could just picture your future with them, pile one, or group one, I should say. So next we're going to take a look at all of these pre-shuffled oracle cards. I kind of pulled a few out to get just a general message from them before we start to delve into the tarot, okay? So from my fairy deck, we have Ask for Help, New Beginnings, Divination, and Stargazing. Okay, group one. Ask for help, new beginnings, divination, and stargazing. I think that you are stuck in your grief a little bit, pile one or group one. You need a new beginning. You need a fresh start. You need something more than what you have right now. You definitely need a fresh start. I think Spirit is encouraging you to ask for help from others, as well as, like obviously you're here. You are using divination techniques to receive messages from the person that you've lost. So, be cautious in that, I'm hearing. I'm definitely getting the feeling like it's like, yes, you can use divination, but don't get so wrapped up in your grief, pile one, that you forget to live. Like, don't start watching 500 different tarot videos about this one particular person. Like you can watch a handful, that's okay. Processing grief is different for everyone, but don't get stuck into unhealthy patterns is kind of what I'm hearing with this. With the stargazing, the card reads, when you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. Like I said, I kind of feel like you're getting a little bit stuck in your grieving process. I don't think that you're really processing the trauma of losing someone the way that you should, pile one or group one. I definitely think that you're kind of running from it, honestly. And I think that the message here from Spirit is, like, especially with the divination and the stargazing, you need to sit in this moment and in this pain for a few minutes. Feel it, experience it, acknowledge it, honor it, but don't lose yourself in it, is kind of what I'm feeling. Okay, group one. So I'm going to move these over because I don't need them right now. So we're going to scooch these over for just a minute. I know that they're out of frame. I'll try to bring them back in frame once I get all of the tarot laid out for you, group one. Next, we're going to look at my Halloween tarot or Halloween oracle. And you got Forgiveness, Graveyard, Ghost, Scrying, Skull of Flowers. Okay, so Forgiveness, reducing burden. Graveyard, unnecessary fear. Ghost, regret. Scrying, intuition. Skull of Flowers, creating through the ashes. You need to forgive this person for leaving you. You need to forgive this person for abandoning you, because I definitely feel like that's how you feel right now, pile one or group one. You feel as if the person that you wanted to spend your forever with has left you and abandoned you. And you need to forgive them for that, because I don't feel like it was their choice, group one. But you also need to forgive yourself for feeling this anger and animosity towards them. I don't know if you've ever seen the original TV show Charmed, because they had the original, they had the remake. I liked both of them. Don't judge me. But I definitely feel like when Prue died and Piper was going through her grief, she was going through the motions. She tried to become the best witch. She was, trying to go after all of their enemies, and she was trying to be proactive and not, just wait for the next attack. But in her desperation to flee from her grief, she let all of this anger and animosity build up in herself towards her sister, who she lost. And she's not a bad person. She wasn't a bad person for letting that happen. And neither are you. If you're angry because you've lost the person you love, that is understandable. But you need to find a way to forgive them for leaving you, because they didn't have a choice. And you need to find a way to forgive yourself for being mad at them too. And acknowledge and honor that emotion as well, pile one or group one. With graveyard, unnecessary fear. The fact that this particular card, especially coming up in a reading where we're looking at, talking to a crossed over loved one, I think that you are scared to live your life to the fullest now. I think part of you fears opening yourself up in any way. And it's like, with this being unnecessary fear, I feel like that's spirit and your spirit team coming through and saying, hey, look, we know that you've experienced this deep loss, but it is okay to go out and live and experience life again, group one. You have ghost, regret. I feel like there is a lot of regret between the two of you. Things that weren't said, things that weren't spoken. For some reason, I'm getting like, for as much love as there was between the two of you, I don't know if either one of you truly acknowledged or honored that. And I don't know why I keep saying honor. It's not really something that's in my vocabulary every day, especially with regards to speaking about this stuff. I sound like a little bit like a therapist when I do it. So you might be in therapy, or spirit might be suggesting therapy, because again, you did get that ask for help card with the fairies. So that could be something that spirit is suggesting to you, is to go to therapy. That is always a possibility, or to find like someone to talk to. Okay, group one. Again, you had the divination and the scrying with intuition. I think you need to get in touch with your intuition. I think that you are needing to sit in silence and meditate and really find your center and process your grief, group one. We also have Skull of Flowers, creating through the ashes. And with this, I get the picture of a phoenix rising from the ashes of this pain and this despair. Like, the pain and the hurt has crushed you to ash. Maybe not burnt you to ash, but it has crushed you. It has decimated you, or at least that's how you feel, right, group one? And you feel like you can't get up and keep going. But spirit is saying, yes, you can. We're here with you. You're okay. You can do this. You have to find a way to get up after this loss and start fresh, because you deserve it. And this is what your person on the other side wants for you, group one. So again, I will move these out of the way for just a moment while we finish up with your other little two cards. You got forgive with red, and storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. So yes, you got two forgiveness cards. So I think that this is a big message for you, group one. I really feel like you really need to find a way to forgive yourself and forgive them. Again, they did not leave you because they wanted to leave you. They left you because it was their time to go. And if they had the choice, they would have stayed. And I know that sometimes being angry at a person who has passed on is a little bit easier than being sad over them being gone, group one. We also, again, with storm, every hurricane comes to an end. This, I feel like, really ties in with the Skull of Flowers, creating through the ashes. Just because you've been through something so traumatic and so devastating, it doesn't mean that you need to stay in the storm. You don't need to stand in it. You don't need to wallow in it. So I do get the feeling that spirit is asking you to start your healing journey and start your healing process, group one. Now, getting into the rest of our tarot. So we have who's connecting with you, which, as I said, is your Knight of Water. Again, I think that this is a young man. Based on the picture, he could have been somebody who was fair in complexion and fair in looks. Maybe light hair. For some of you, that will resonate. For others, that won't. As always, take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Now we have a message from them, and you got move these real quick, but group 1, 10 of Earth and the Lover's card. Okay, so remember how I was saying with the Oracle cards, I was getting the feeling that maybe even if you guys were together, there was like some part of you that was like, do they feel exactly the way I do? And I feel like the message from them here is that they loved you and they were just as committed to you as you were to them. And that, with the Lovers here, they truly loved and cherished you. Don't doubt that. They were committed to you and they saw their forever with you too. So don't doubt their devotion to you, group 1. I think that that's their message to you, that they truly do still love you and that they're with you. Something that they think is important for you to hear right now. You got the 4 of Water, the 3 of Air, and Balance. Okay, so group 1. With the 4 of Water and the 3 of Air, they see that you're hiding from your grief and pain. Like you're distracting yourself. You're not acknowledging it. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. If I don't have to process what happened, it didn't happen. But they're telling you that now it's time to truly start the healing process with this forgiveness and healing. Again, forgiveness comes up. You desperately need to forgive. You need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive them. You need to forgive the circumstances that took them from you too. So if it was an accident or something, like you need forgiveness right now. You need to put forgiveness out and take forgiveness in. With the distraction, with the 4 of Water, I feel like maybe you've fallen into an unhealthy pattern. You could have started relying on substances or possibly overworking yourself, just not taking any breaks. Okay, group 1. And they see you and they see what you're doing and they're telling you that it's time to stop with this Balance card. It's time to get yourself back under control. Maybe cut back on your work hours. Don't do overtime. Don't overexert yourself the way that you're doing. You need to stop overworking yourself so that you're so tired you can't deal with it and so numb that you don't have to really face what happened. And like they see you. They see what you're doing and they do not approve, group 1. They want better for you. The next question I asked is how they are on the other side. And you got Transformation, 5 of Earth, and 2 of Water. Okay, so they had some pretty big revelations once they crossed over. Again, going back to that 10 of Earth where they're reminding you of how committed they were to you, I think that they realized that they might not let you know as much as they wanted to, just how important you were to them. And I think that part of you is worried that they haven't moved on, but this card is not only transformation, it's liberation, right? We have the angel guiding a man, weirdly enough, away from this big, dangerous tower that, is being struck by lightning repeatedly, So if you're worried that they haven't found peace, I'm so sorry, my chair just made a weird sound. If you're worried that they haven't made peace, they are at peace. They have been liberated from the pain of this earth. With the 5 of Earth, they're worried about you right now, and they're worried about how you're handling their loss, group 1. With the 2 of Water, they are not only reminding you how much they love you, they are encouraging you to allow yourself to move on. They want you to know that you are so loved and lovable and that they're so sorry for not being with you right now, pile 1 or group 1. They They want you to know that you are valued and valuable and cherished, and that you are not alone. They are watching over you, and they hope that you can feel them, and they hope that you know that they're there. But they also want you to know that they give you permission, they release you to go and seek happiness, to start moving on, to start the healing process. And the final thing that I asked from them was words of encouragement or advice. And you guys got the Queen of Fire, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Air. Okay, so with the Queen of Fire and the High Priestess, I feel like this is a message directly to you, reminding you of how badass you are, how amazing you are. Again, we have the intuition over here, where you've had intuition in the scrying and the divination, where you're supposed to be following, and also the stargazing. All of these cards, as well as the High Priestess, are reminding you now is the time to get back in touch with your own intuition. If you're worried because you haven't heard messages from them, or you haven't received messages from them, they're coming through reminding you that it's okay. They haven't abandoned you. You've just, in your quest to not deal with your grief, you've blocked yourself off from your intuition. But they're telling you now with this Ten of Air that it's time to move on. It's time to recover. It's time to allow yourself the freedom of letting them go, of feeling your feelings, feeling your grief, and moving on. They want you to grant yourself this freedom because you're being a little bit self-destructive, and they're worried about you right now. They want and they need for you to heal, and they're encouraging you to move forward, Group 1. So I do hope that this message finds you. I hope that it helps you. I hope that you find peace and inner healing. And I hope that you take these messages and do what they are asking of you, because you deserve it. I will be linking some songs down below for each group that kind of come through, because I love music, and Spirit tends to talk to me through music. So like when I draw cards, sometimes songs will be playing in my head, and I had a few going through my head when I pulled for you, Group 1. So I will link them down in the description box. And if you want to, you can take a message, like you can listen to them. One of them that kind of I'm thinking about now is I Hate Everything About You, but not the 3 Days Grace version. There's another version called Kelburn, by Kelburn. And I feel like, especially with the forgiveness, all of the forgiveness cards coming out, I definitely feel like you are, you're in that song, right? Because you have all that forgiveness that you need to be doing. You're in that song where you're like, no, I hated everything about this. I didn't like this. But the truth is when you really sit with it, you'll realize that nope, you're not mad at them. You don't hate them. You love them very deeply. And, I always go back to that WandaVision quote from Vision, where he says, what is grief if not love persevering? So I think you're trying to convince yourself that you are mad at them and that you hate them, but it's your grief, Group 1. And I hope that this reading can kind of help you deal with that grief and move on, because you do deserve it, Group 1. All right, my lovelies, I hope to see you next time, and I hope that this finds you exactly when it is meant to find you. Thank you. Have a great day. Hello, Group 2. This is for everyone who chose the Red Jasper. Okay, so as I said in the introduction, today's reading is all about connecting with a past over loved one. So the first question that I asked in this is, who is this message from? And you guys got the Page of Water. Now, when I see this Page of Water energy, I feel very much like it is a person that was younger than you. And either you lost them when they were young, or they are someone who has always been really young at heart. So not only are they younger than you, they're somebody who has always been very vivacious and outspoken and fun, and they have an air of innocence to them, group 2. So this could be a sister for some of you, or someone who you looked at as a sister. This could also be like a cousin. For those of you, it could be somebody that you just had a really close sisterly type of bond. I do definitely feel like they are younger than you, or were younger than you. And their loss affected you greatly. Like, you miss them. But I also feel like it's not like a brand new loss. It feels like you've started the healing process. Like, you've already begun the steps forward. I don't feel like this is something that happened within the last year or so. This is something, maybe in the past 5 to 10 years that this happened. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting more. I don't know why I'm breathing like that. That's strange to me. But I do feel like the two of you are very sisterly. And like I said, this loss impacted you greatly, group 2. I kind of feel like they're reminding you to not lose not necessarily your idealism, but don't lose your hope. Don't lose your hope in the world. Like, remember how they always were. They were always somebody who was bright and vivacious and hopeful, and they were caring and compassionate, and they're reminding you to keep in touch with those aspects of yourself. The next question I asked from Spirit was a message that your person would like to give you. And you got the 10 of Earth and the 10 of Air. Now, with both of these being 10s, if you reduce those down in numerology, that is 1, and that is new beginnings. So I definitely feel like the message that your person would like to give you is that you are about to embark on a new journey. You're on the precipice of making all of your dreams come true, and you will be moving into a season of financial abundance, a season of really recovering and letting go of past traumas and past hurts. You'll be finding security in this life, and it's a security I don't think you've ever really had before. So they're telling you that it is all working out in your favor. Okay, pile 2, group 2. The next question I asked was something that they think is important to give to let you know. And you guys got the Knight of Earth. Now, with the Knight of Earth, I'm kind of feeling like they're saying now is the time to make sure that all of your ducks are in a row. Like, make a plan, stay grounded, stay focused. Don't let anything deter you. Like, you've got this. It's like you're really stepping into your own time of like true abundance. And again, with the 10 of Earth and the Knight of Earth here, like, if you grew up lacking in any way, like, you're stepping out of this season of lack. But it's going to be all you. Like, it's not like it's just going to be handed to you. It's like you are working for this. This is something that you have always wanted. And like, your person is telling you to keep going, stay focused, be responsible, be on time. If you are like going for a promotion and you have a big presentation, make sure that you don't go out drinking the night before, or don't go out for drinks with your friends the night before. Like, your person is encouraging you to stay on task. Do not let your own behaviors distract you. Do not let other people distract you. Do not let other people intimidate you. Stay on task, okay, you guys? The next question that I asked is how they're doing, you know? And they came out with the 7 of air. And I definitely feel like, I know you see these words on the bottom that say awareness, caution, consequence. But in this reading, you kind of have to use your intuition and read what the message is that your person is trying to say. And this message to me is them coming through very strongly saying that they are watching over you in all of your little endeavors. They are watching over you through your sad times, through your adventurous times, through all of it. They are with you. They're guiding you. They look after you. And they care deeply about you. And they just want you to know that, they're doing great over there, but they're always kind of keeping an eye on you because they do feel so protective and so much love for you. Okay, group 2. The final question I asked was for any advice or encouragement for you. And you guys got the 8 of water, the sun, and the 6 of fire. Okay, guys. So the 8 of water I get is more the advice. I feel like you guys, like I said earlier in the reading, you guys are on the precipice of something so great that, you have all of this hard work to do. And it's like the reason you are working so hard towards this goal is because you are searching for more. Like you've always been looking for a way to take back control. For some reason, I'm picking that up. Like you need to reclaim your power. And with that 8 of water, your person is saying that's exactly what you're doing. In this journey that you're taking, not only are you being watched over with, this imagery again, it's the same as the 7 of air, the angel watching over you. Your person is watching over you, being your guide on this journey. And they don't want you to get discouraged. Like you're searching for something more and they're telling you to keep going. You are right there. You are almost there, with the sun and the 6 of fire, like look at exactly the bottom of both of these cards. Both of these cards both say success and recognition. And then you also have enthusiasm on the sun and self-esteem in the 6 of fire. Like you have an endless potential. You have all of the possibilities open to you. I'm noticing now that hold on, you guys. I don't really like that. That's a little bit better. I'm so sorry. I had you guys cut off for so long. I didn't even realize it. That was horrible. I'm sorry, guys. But I just looked up at my monitor and realized that you couldn't see most of the cards. Anyway, all right. So back on track. So with the sun and the 6 of fire, like they are telling you and letting you know, like, don't give up. Keep going. Like this is a long road here. With the 8 of water, it's a long journey. It's a long road, but you are so much closer to being there than you realize. So like, don't give up, like keep going. They really strongly want you to keep going. I also pulled some oracle cards that we will take a look at. You have potion. Remember to practice self-love. Throne, your potential is endless. Tower, unplug and relax for a spell. So with the potion card and the tower card, that makes a little bit more sense with the 7 of air with this little one napping right here. Like your person is coming through saying you need to kind of keep a balance in everything you're doing and kind of remember to take care of yourself. You should not compromise your work ethic. You should not compromise, your abilities or anything to make yourself smaller for anyone. But it is okay to every once in a while take a step back and take a little break. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need that in order to gain clarity. So if you're seeking clarity on anything or you're getting frustrated because you can't figure out the solution to a problem, your person's saying right now is the perfect time to kind of take a step back and breathe. Okay, group 2? With the Throne card, with the Sun and the Six of Fire, like, again, your potential is endless. It says it right on the card. It literally says your potential is endless. And I think your person is just reiterating that for you and telling you to not be discouraged, group 2. You also have Apple, Risk and Reward, Jack-o'-lantern, Protection, and Ancestors, the love and legacy of our DNA. Remember, I said earlier in the reading that I feel like this could be like a sister or a cousin or something. That Ancestors card kind of tells me that it is probably someone that you were related to, that you've lost. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm coughing so much. I really don't. Your ancestors, it goes back into this probably being a family member that's trying to come through for you, and they're letting you know that they are with you. If there's a big jump that you're trying to take, a big leap, a big new adventure that you're going on, trying maybe a new position or getting a promotion or traveling or something, with the Apple, the risk and the reward, they're reminding you that in order to make big changes, in order to fully experience life, sometimes we have to go outside of our comfort zone. And, yes, we should assess our risks. Yes, we should be mindful of them, but we should also be willing to take them. We need to step out of our comfort zones. And I definitely think, especially with the way that the apple is bitten in the shape of a heart, I feel like right now they're telling you they've got you, they're protecting you. Be brave and go forth and really explore. You also got Wait for Winter, New Beginnings, and Flourish. Okay, so whatever's coming up, whatever decision you're going to be needing to make, it could be coming in the winter. Like that could be what that Wait for Winter card is. Also, though, it could be going back to the Tower card, the relax and rest spell, and the remember to practice self-love. This could be reminding you to slow down and take some time for yourself, group 2. The New Beginnings card just reiterate the fact that you are on, with the 2 10s up here, reiterates the fact that you are on the precipice of a new beginning for yourself. Like you have this whole new journey, this whole new path that you're coming upon. It's your time, it's your season, okay, group 2? And your person is reminding you that you are about to flourish. The card for Flourish reads, the Lotus Fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. So like if you're doubting yourself or you're feeling any type of resistance and it's discouraging you, your person is reminding you that it's okay. Sometimes there is going to be resistance, and sometimes we have to either go with the flow and truly just let our experience take us where it's going to take us. Or, if we encounter the resistance and we try to fight against it, it's going to slow us down. It's going to back up our progress. So if you really want to flourish, I feel like you need to kind of just go with the flow right now. Take your time. Don't try to rush into it. You do have a journey ahead, or you've been on a journey, and your person is encouraging you to take that time and really, take care of yourself right now. Don't try to push things. Don't try to rush things. This is your time to really step into who you are and figure those things out. And I want to say your new beginning is right around the corner. Like you're so worried that it's not coming. And I feel like your person is coming here now and saying, yes, it is. It's okay. We have this. I have your back. You're protected. You're looked after. It's okay. I'm with you this whole time and this whole way. Like I have younger sisters, and they have this indomitable energy of like, they're so fierce. They're so protective. They're so loving. They're so kind that, you know, they will always be your number one cheerleader. Even if you guys can't talk every day, even if you guys don't talk every day, they will always be your number one cheerleader, your siblings. So if this is a sister that is coming through, she is just telling you, hey, you've got this. Please don't doubt it. I am always with you. Okay? I hope that this message, oh, before I go, I do want to remind you, or I do want to tell you, because I told group one, like when I read and I pull cards, as I'm pulling them, sometimes certain songs will be playing or will pop in my head and they'll catch my attention. So I will have a couple of songs listed down in the description box for your group too that you might want to take a listen to. They might have a message that you need to hear from your sibling or from this person who's coming through, okay? So I hope you have a great day, and I hope that this reading has helped you in some way, and I hope it finds you exactly when it is meant to find you, group 2. Thank you. Bye. Hi, my lovely group 3. And this is for everyone who chose the Selenite. So, as I said in the introduction, today's reading is all about connecting with a passed on loved one. So, what I did is I asked Spirit for cards with 5 different questions in mind. The first question being, who is this energy? I also grabbed some oracle cards for you guys that I'll set to the side here until we're done going through tarot. So the first question I asked is, who is this energy? And you guys got Wise Counselor. Now, number 5, Wise Counselor is, I believe, the Hierophant in the traditional tarot decks. Excuse me, I need to take a sip of something real quick. Anyway, the Wise Counselor in this deck is also known as the Hierophant in other decks. This could be somebody who was like a Taurus, because that is the sign that is most closely related to the Hierophant. Now, traditionally, this card represents masculine energy, but as you can tell, this card shows both masculine and feminine features. So this could be either a male or a woman, but it was a leader or someone who guided and mentored you mentored you. They could have been someone who's very religious or somebody who held very strictly to whatever they believed in. So whatever their beliefs were, if they were atheist, they were very strict in, being like, no. But like this card I'm getting very flustered and tongue-tied right now, and I don't know why. But this card has a lot of religious undertones in traditional decks. And again, at the bottom of this card, we have belonging, learning, and traditions. So this was someone who had a very strong sense of who they were and held very tightly to their beliefs and held very tightly to who they are. And there was somebody who definitely made you feel safe and secure and like you belonged. So this could be a grandfather, a father, an uncle. If this is a masculine energy coming through for you. And maybe later on in the reading, we'll see what they present us with in terms of energies. But this is somebody who you felt safe with, who guided you, who, it's somebody you may have even looked up to. So it could be an uncle. It could be somebody who you viewed very closely and admired very deeply. For some reason, even though the card is more androgynous, I do feel like this is a more masculine energy coming through to you. I do feel like it is somebody who, is more fatherly or grandfatherly for you guys. Okay? Now, the message that they're coming through, like a mentor, maybe even it's just a mentor. Maybe if you're, into music, or you have you're a track star or something. This could be maybe a coach or something who's guided you, who has passed on. The next card that I asked for was a message from your person. Ooh, and you guys got the 8 of air. And don't let my little ooh be like, oh God. No, it's like we've all been there, right? We've all had setbacks and hiccups that make us doubt our ability and our worth. And I think the message here from your person is that you've lost faith in yourself, and they've noticed, and they are like, excuse me, that is not who I raised. That is not who I trained. That is not who I mentored and guided. You are strong and capable, but you're going through a season of self-doubt and worrying about your own abilities. And this person is coming through here saying, hey, no, stop that. We both know that you're good at what you do. We both know that you're talented. We both know that you have strong potential and a strong future. So they're definitely coming through with like a message of stop that. The next question I asked was something important that you need to know. And they gave me the dreamer for you. Okay, so you're going through this major like stint of self-doubt. Maybe you've felt stuck recently. You felt like no matter what you do, you take 5 steps forward and you get thrown back 15. You know, like you're never making any progress. You feel like you're constantly stuck in the same place. Maybe you had plans to, you know, maybe if you're like on the track team, maybe you had plans to get a scholarship to go to some fancy out-of-state college, but because of, you know, unforeseen circumstances, you lost that chance, you know, or maybe you're having to wait until next semester, or, you know, something's been postponed for you. And your person coming through here is telling you, hey, this important thing that you really need to know right now is that you're at the starting line. You're being divinely guided and protected in this moment, and you can't doubt that what is meant for you will come for you. You have a new horizon for you that you just, all you need to do is take that leap and trust that the universe and that your, you know, your spirit guides and people on the other side who are there for you are actually going to catch you and make sure that everything works out in your benefit, pile 3 or group 3. They are encouraging you to believe in them, but not only believe in them, you need to start believing in yourself again. I next asked how they are over there, and they gave you the 10 of air. And that's endings, recovery, and freedom. And the one that's sticking out to me is freedom. This person misses you. They miss the connection they had to you. They miss the relationship they had with you. They miss you, but they're always there for you. And they found a release in crossing over. They're finally free from whatever was, you know, causing them pain in this life. They could have been somebody who had a terminal illness or somebody who was older, and them crossing over has freed them from those restrictions of either illness or age. So they've been freed from that, and they don't want you to worry about them. They're not in pain anymore. They're not stuck anymore. And I feel like you've gotten so worried about them being stuck and them being in pain and them, you know, whether or not they've made it and had a safe journey and whether or not they're okay. You are getting yourself stuck in a rut, and they're trying to come through to you now, telling you, hey, please don't worry about me anymore. Yes, it was an ending, and yes, we miss each other, but I'm always here for you in spirit, and I will always be guiding you, and I will be guiding your recovery through my loss. But I have found freedom on the other side. Please stop worrying about me. I'm okay, and I'm watching over you. They came up also, I asked for some advice and encouragement, and you guys got 7 of earth, the 3 of earth, and I want to lay it out like this, the strength card. Okay, so again with the 11s here, I am like 1 and 1, new beginnings, again going into the Dreamer card and everything. So like you have a horizon of new beginnings coming for you. With the Seven of Earth and the Three of Earth, the Seven of Earth says investment, assessment, patience, and the Three of Earth says talent, recognition, and collaboration. Going back into the Eight of Air with how you're currently feeling in this, they're reminding you that you are talented. Keep investing in yourself. Learn a new skill or continue to grow a skill that you have. Hone whatever craft that you are participating in. Whatever craft inspires you and moves you. You have the ability. You are fully capable. Stop holding yourself back. With the Strength card, if you're worried that you're going to fail, if you're worried that you can't handle the pressure, or you can't handle the circumstances, your person is reminding you that you can. You have this amazing ability, you have this innate ability, and you have all of the support and protection that you need in order to go forward. Stop doubting yourself, because every time you doubt yourself, you're doubting them. I feel like they're like, you've never doubted me. Why do you doubt me now? I told you everything would be okay. I promise you it will be okay. I also pulled some oracle cards, and we will go over those right now. So we're going to start with the fairy deck. You got Precious Time, which is interesting with that timepiece there. Lost and Found, and Celebration. Okay, so a lot of times when you do readings, it is always so glorious to see how the messages meld. So we talk about Precious Time and Lost and Found. Like I feel like they're telling you that you're kind of wasting time right now. You're dragging your feet. You're not believing in yourself, and you're wasting your time being in this rut. And with the Lost and Found card, they're trying to, again, guide you out of your self-doubt. They're trying to re-encourage you. I can do this, actually. I didn't realize how much room I had on this side for you guys. But they are reminding you with these cards, with the Lost and Found. I'm going to organize it like this. Sorry, guys. With the Precious Time and the Lost and Found, you are coming back into your own confidence now. They're highly encouraging you and telling you you're wasting your time right now by doubting yourself. Move back into who you are. Find yourself again. Because in finding yourself, you will re-find your connection to them. I feel almost like you feel a little disconnected, almost like you're expecting a sign from them and you're not getting it. And it's honestly because you are not opening yourself up to it. And they're saying that once you can reconnect with who you truly are, you'll start seeing all the signs and synchronicities that they're showing to you, to show you that they are there for you. Whether or not you see them, they are there for you. With Celebration, as long as you can take their advice and invest in yourself and re-find your spark and grow your skills and grow your talents, you have a time of celebration coming up. You have times of joy. Losing someone and then going through that process, it can be daunting. And I feel like this person that you've lost was like your biggest cheerleader. It was somebody who truly believed in you, and they helped you believe in yourself. And they're saying, you believed in yourself when I was there. Just because I'm not there anymore doesn't mean you can stop. So they're really encouraging you to re-explore things and grow, and you have times of celebration coming up. They also gave you Dawn, the light after the darkness, Night Song, hidden talents. So again, this is all going back to those skills and crafts and talents that you have been ignoring and not nurturing and guiding. And you've been doing it because you've been in this time of darkness. Like you have really been going through it, group through it. And it's not just, I feel like it's not just losing the person that was your biggest cheerleader. It was so many other things. It was so many other things stacked on top of each other. Maybe an injury, or maybe, maybe an injury, maybe because you lost them, your mental health took a toll. But it's like you feel like you have lost so much up until this point, and you are in the darkest part right now. But with Dawn card, like, it's coming to an end, and they're encouraging you to keep going and keep going forth. They are walking with you, and they are lending you strength from the other side. They also gave you lighthouse, which was funny because I just said, they're lighting your way, which is exactly what a lighthouse does. Confidence. And throne. Your potential is endless. So again, with the whole, lighthouse and coming out of the darkness, they are helping guide your way out of this, stretch of difficult time that you're in. They are here again reminding you to rebuild your confidence, rebuild your skill set, rebuild. You don't have to stay down in the pits of despair. Your potential is endless, Group 3. And they hope that you always remember that. And they know that you miss them. And they miss you too. But they are always with you, Group 3. All right, my lovely Group 3. I hope that this reading has helped you in some way. I hope it finds you exactly when it's meant to find you. And I hope that you have a blessed and beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining us again. Bye, Group 3.